Alright. Kind of a special, I guess, because it's Monday, it's not Friday. Don't check your calendars. But, um, so something just kind of get put on my heart, I guess. Because I have a friend of mine that I used to work with many years ago. He's got a YouTube channel, he's got a podcast, he does all these different things. And, he'll put out, like, an episode in a month, or um, like 2 or 3 episodes in a row in a 2 or 3 week period, and then nothing for 4 months, and just that kind of a pattern over time. And whereas in contrast, I have a video out every Friday, minus some things because I have a hectic schedule that's kind of difficult to get a handle on and so forth. But yeah, it's just frustrating for me to watch because he's got 200 and change subscribers and I have less than 20. And I'm like, what am I, like, why is it, like, I will unsubscribe from a channel if they don't produce an episode in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, which is kind of a driver for me to try and get those episodes out as often as possible, or try to get ahead if I can, which I'm not super great at either. But and so also pile on the guilt of when a Friday comes and goes and I don't get it out there, or the internet's down so I can't upload it, or just, complications happen. But it's just it's something that just like what do I need to do, like. And well, like I have tried, like, well, let's try production value, let's edit, let's add some, like, whatever, like, let's try that. And then, like, I just don't have time to be able to do that. So, like, well, let's go back into just kind of the raw take video blog thing, and let's see how that goes. And that's like, and I mean, don't, I guess, get me wrong, I mean, 16 subscribers is great, and I love the fact that, I mean, at least, I mean, somebody's watching. That's cool. But it's just like, man, it's so frustrating watching just like someone else succeed and not doing as much as I am. And he recently had a video about how, like, he'll put together a Sunday sermon and, like, he'll not even do any special studying. And then I'll put 20 hours into preparing a sermon, and it'll sit on the shelf, and I'll, like, I have a couple of speaking engagements coming up in January, so that's cool, and I'm looking forward to that for sure. And I'm gonna probably put a collective of like 15, 20 hours and just specific study there of um, precise information tied to it and everything. But I'm like, man, like, it seemed, and I'm just like, it feels like I'm putting so much effort in to try and make this successful. Then this other person is, and they are successful, and they're not doing anything with it. And it's just like, what the heck? Like, what do I need to do? And it hit me like a bolt of lightning in the middle of that conversation that I'm having internally last night. It's just like, stay in your lane. Because it's something that's pretty common in today's society, I guess. That, I mean, we kind of look back, like the kid in the schoolroom, like, looking over to the other person's paper and, like, see what is he writing, like, what's his answer to that's going on. And then you look back at yours and you realize that he's taking a final on English over there, and I have biology in front of me. And even if I did write his answer down, it's completely out of context. It's not the one that I need in order to succeed. And I think that that's something that you see happening. The end of the Gospel according to John has an instance where that happens, where after Jesus restores Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep. And Paul, like, Peter has that conversation with Jesus of just like, what's going to happen to me? And Jesus is like, well, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer a lot. And he's like, well, but what about John? To which he's just like, don't worry about John. You worry about you. And you be obedient to what I've told you. And as you are doing that, then we can talk. And it just kind of struck me of just like, be content. Like, I have people that actually watch my videos. Like, that's something cool. So I think that's kind of what I'm coming at of just, I don't know if that's encouraging for you. Just like, stay in your lane. Kind of focus on what you've been given to do, and it'll sort itself out, more or less. And as you're faithful with that, God will reproduce it. He'll bring a productivity out of it that's greater than what you could even do. Now, don't disregard that as, well, then you never have any room to grow, that you shouldn't buy leadership or, I don't know, podcasting or YouTubing for dummies or whatever. Like, that doesn't, I'm not saying that don't go out there and try to enhance your abilities and stuff, but I would say of that, don't let that be like the fact that you're not good at understanding biblical Greek, or you're not good at understanding how to run a business, or you're not the best when it comes to whatever. Like, that's not an excuse to not do it well. That you do need to enhance your resources, that you do need, go down to the library, check out some books, follow some people on wherever, on YouTube or wherever, that they have information that they can give you on that. And I mean, maybe you need to spend some money on the materials or the equipment that you need in order to take it to the next level, whatever. But don't try to do what someone else is doing just because they're successful at it. Do what you're supposed to do. And as long as you are faithful to what you're supposed to do, God will bless it, essentially. He will do what only He can do with it. So, I hope that's encouraging to somebody. Maybe even to myself. Sometimes you just have to say something out loud so that you yourself can hear it. I don't know. Anyway, if you value that, or you think somebody that you know can value that, or would gain value from hearing it, go ahead and share that, and join the conversation below. Peace.